zone. So for my final major project, I was given the task to make 3 different mind maps on 3 different ideas. So the first one was an idea about a documentary on barbers. So the first idea was, like, this was a barber documentary which came to my mind after reading an article called "Are You Paying Too Much for Your Haircuts?", which was interesting to me because I myself have been to many different barbershops who all charge different amounts of money, like £5, £20, and even hundreds. So yeah, this was the first one. The second one is about a student who was stressing out because his pictures on social media, they weren't like getting enough likes, they were dropping, and he was stressing out. But then a tragic event happens, which basically I didn't really think of, but I thought it could be something like maybe his friend passes away or something, which makes him realize the more important things, not numbers on social media. And this idea was inspired to me after I watched a video on someone who survived cancer, because he was saying his career is YouTube, so numbers mean a lot to him, and he basically said that health is the most important thing. So my last idea, which is the one which I'm going to do, is basically, it's called A Social Outbreak. And it's about a college student named Adam who's living his ideal life on social media. Adam strives to live a healthy, balanced lifestyle, eating healthy, working out, connecting with friends. And he's basically portraying himself online with his online followers and friend base by sharing images of his life. But however, one day he wakes up and his phone's missing. So this encourages him to live a completely different lifestyle for a week without his phone, because he orders a phone which comes in a week. That phone comes in a week, okay? And that's when it ends. It has an open ending, so it makes the viewer question if he continues living his new lifestyle or if he goes back to his old habits. So yeah, this is just the mind map. This is the synopsis. The reason why I picked this idea out of the 3 was because I believe that we all suffer from using our phones too much. For example, every time I open my phone, I always go to check Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, I always check social media. And the thing is, it's not that social media is bad, it's just that we use it too much, So, yeah. And basically, the reason why I'm saying it's bad because I watched a video called "This Is Why You Don't Succeed", which basically outlines the negative effects of social media. So yeah. And this is the film which inspired me. I took inspiration from everything, like the camera shots and the motion graphics, like this design. So when my character is going to be using his phone, rather than it being filmed from the phone itself, it's going to be like portrayed on the screen like that. So, and I did this because I believe that it's going to make it more challenging for me and it's going to look more professional. So my film is based off people who use social media apps. And basically, the most popular one is Instagram. So I went on Google and I typed up the demographics for Instagram to see like which age group use it the most. And yeah, I came across this graph, which shows that people who use Instagram are generally low/mid-class males and females aged 18 to 29-year-olds, and 59% of the 18 to 29-year-olds use Instagram. So it's male and female, both of them use it just as much. Also, I feel that my short film has many similarities to the show Black Mirror. So I decided to look at the IMDb user ratings for it. And the graph shows that 935 users aged under 18 rated the show the highest at 9.1, and 73,000 users aged 18 to 29 rated it at the second highest at 9.0. So yeah, I believe it's the age rating, the target audience for my short film is going to be 18 to 29-year-olds, because if we look here, we can see that it was only 935 users aged under 18 who rated it 9.1, whereas it was 73,000 who rated it 9.0. So basically, I personally feel that this is a very strong idea and I've planned it quite well. So I don't really think I'm going to have to come up with a plan B, but just in case, there's always ways to get around things. For example, if my motion graphics effects, they don't work, then I'll resort to actually filming it from here, like from the phone itself. And yeah, but I doubt any of this would happen. Also, I've been keeping up a journal and updating it, writing what I've been doing and everything. And I've done a schedule plan, which is basically what I'm going to be doing every week. So yeah, last week I finished my context. And yeah, that's the end of my presentation. So, does anyone have any questions to ask? Yeah.
What further research are you going to do?
Further research? Well, that's a good question. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into deep research with what I've watched. For example, Black Mirror. Okay, that is every single episode in that show is a short film itself. Also, I'm going to do questionnaires which ask people aged, like this classroom, for example, aged 17 to 20, because that's my target audience. And I can show you. I can show you right now. I've done the questionnaire. I've got like a whole list of questions, if you'd like to see it now. Yeah.
No, I just wondered if you were going to explore in any more depth the impact that social media has on people's lives.
Yeah, of course I'm going to do that. Basically, like I said,
So what are you going to look at?
what I'm going to look at is, there's been many articles which I've already looked at, I didn't state it, which describe the pressures of social media. Many people who have a large following, right, they feel pressured to upload constantly or like regularly, so then they can grow their account or like maintain it rather than lose followers. Because if you don't upload, you lose followers. And yeah, the fact that this is how it works, it like pressures people to upload. Sometimes they might be feeling bad, for example, and you know, people don't want to see negative things on social media. So if you're feeling bad and you're pressured, you're going to have to upload something which is like happy or something, and that might not be a reflection, like a good reflection to yourself. Yeah.
Have you thought about budget issues and stuff like that?
In terms of budget, no, there's nothing really that I need to spend money on. I've already got the camera, which is going to be a Canon 70D DSLR.
Is that your own equipment?
Yes. And lighting equipment. And if I need anything else, like a microphone, which I need, I'm going to go to Jason, who's going to supply me with all the equipment. So,
What about locations? You didn't talk about locations.
In terms of location, it's going to be filmed in a house. Um, another scene is going to be filmed in a park, and yeah, that's about it really. Any more questions?
How long is going to be the short film?
Hello?
I'd say roughly, it's going to be slow paced, so I'm going to say roughly 8 to 10 minutes. Because it's going to be targeting depression, and depression isn't, it's not like, I'm not going to film it quick and upbeat, I'm going to film it slow to show the effects of depression. Yeah. When he hasn't got his phone, this is when his lifestyle changes. This is when he starts doing things which he wouldn't have done if he had his phone. For example, I don't want to give away much, but it gets to a point like in the short film, he actually fakes what he's doing. So he takes a picture of like this, for example. He's taking a picture of. He might be cooking. I'm not going to use this example. He's going to be cooking, for example. He's going to make a good dish. He's going to take a picture, and then he's going to eat something else, you know, because something less fancy, something he ordered from a takeaway. So yeah. But when he gets off his phone, he's actually going to he's going to change his lifestyle. He's going to start being more active, you know, rather than just say, hey, I'm going to go to the gym, you know. So yeah.
I mean, rather than taking pictures of his trainers, he's going to actually go to the gym. That's
Exactly.
what it is,
Yeah. It's not just the food part. There's going to be a lot of parts. That was just an example. For example, there's going to be a treadmill part, and yeah, there's going to be a working part as well. And yeah, the reason, like for example, when he gets off his phone, he's going to go out for a run. Yeah, so that's why the park, I'm going to need to use the park. And I looked at how to film running scenes, because this is new to me. I've never shot like a scene of someone running. So I looked it up, and I'm going to experiment with different shots and see which one fits the short film and looks the best for it.
Have you considered like the type of music and sounds you're going to use?
Yes, I have. The type of music which I'm going to use is going to be kind of dull. It's not dull, it's going to be slow, you know. It's going to be noticeable, but not too noticeable, you know. So yeah.